Hey ladies and gentlemen, Calvin here from Wild Success. If you're watching this video, you're someone that registered but missed out on our Winning in Life Masterclass. It was an incredible presentation. We went for about 90 minutes, and I'm going to do my very, very best to share with you the best bits in the next 10 minutes. Now, everything that we shared in the Masterclass really came from my book, Wild Success, which is all about how to break through limitations and live the life of your dreams. And the book was released this year. We've had some unbelievable success from the book. But what people are talking to me about is how it's transformed their thinking with regards to success in life. As I'm sure you know, there are people out there that achieve success financially but have terrible relationships, people that have great relationships but have terrible bodies, people that have terrible bodies or terrible health, I should say, and then also, maybe have great physical or connection to spirit. So the reality is we want to have success in every area of your life. But I did a poll recently and I asked some of my closest friends and family members and our clients a simple but powerful question. Are you winning at life? And the answers that I got back were really interesting. Some people said yes, they were. Some people said no, they're not. Some people said it depends on the time of the day you ask me. And what I came to realize was that for a lot of people, they determine their quote unquote success in life and whether they feel like they're winning based off their outside results and outcomes. And obviously we look to those accomplishments as a sign of success. But ultimately, we know that can be taken away from us in a moment. So it's not what you achieve that makes you successful, but rather who you are. And so in this masterclass, we really dive deep into this. And so I shared a bit about us as a company, just as a bit of an introduction. Just so you know, if you're new to Wild Success, my name is Calvin Coyles. We have a company called Wild Success. We've been working in this space of personal transformation, peak performance, and human potential for about the last decade. And we've got about 200,000 clients and customers. Now, I think 300,000 clients and customers in more than 85 countries around the world. We're a multi-million-dollar organization. We're an award-winning company. And a bit about me. I'm a husband and father, first and foremost, to Ash, Alila, and Havana. I'm an international speaker. I've written 4 best-selling books. The most recent one was a global bestseller in Wild Success, which I already mentioned. I've made a heap of money. I've won a ton of awards. We've been very fortunate to travel the world. And through our work, we've helped create over 100 six-figure entrepreneurs, more than 20 seven-figure or millionaire entrepreneurs, and now more than 4 eight-figure or $10 million entrepreneurs, which I'm very, very proud of in my own life. And since I started the business, by 23, I was making my first million. By 27, I was making $1 million a month. And in the years that have followed, I've gone to make multiple 8 figures in my coaching business. Forbes put me on the cover with Tony Robbins back in 2021. Last year, USA Today named me one of the top 10 conscious male thought leaders to watch in the world. So I don't share that to impress you, but to impress upon you what's possible when you've got the strategies and the skills and tools that I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, where I shared in what I shared in the masterclass was that my whole principle around winning at life came from a pretty dark time in my life, which was in 2022. So last year, 2022 was a really terrible year. I found myself in a position where our business was struggling. We had to let a lot of our staff go because of the global economic climate. We were hit with about a $500,000 tax bill that we didn't expect. I gained 17 kilos because of the work and the pressure and the stress of a new family and a struggling business. And for the first time in my life, I was really stressed and frustrated and depressed. And I just struggled to have the motivation to get going. And so, as you can appreciate, for someone that spent the better part of their decade, speaking and traveling and working in this space, to find myself in this position where everything was crumbling around me was a really difficult place to be in. And so, things just compounded and got worse. But at the start of 2023, the beginning of this year, my wife and I took some time away. We went down south in Perth, West Australia, and we asked ourselves a really simple but a powerful question. What has to happen in order to make 2023 an unbelievable success? And we started doing some work with a coach and a mentor, and we talked about this idea of creating a misogi. Now, if you're not familiar with this is a revolutionary concept. So a misogi is something that you do once a year that is so hard that by comparison, the rest of the year seems easy. And this is something that we learned from this mentor, Jesse Itzka. And Jesse's a fascinating guy. But effectively, what is a misogi? Misogi is something that should be a defining goal of the year. It sort of is the moment that you go, this was a success because of this thing that I did. And it's not really the thing that you do, but rather who do you have to become in order to make that goal or dream a reality? And so it should push your limit, it should challenge you, and it should scare you. And it's really for you, but not for anybody else. So I decided to go on the offense. I decided I was going to make 2023 unbelievable. I was going to make it tremendously successful. And so I set 3 Masogis. Normally you only meant to set 1. I set 3. First was we were found out at the beginning of the year we were pregnant with our second little girl. And Havana Sky was born later in the year, in August of this year. And so that was my first Masogi. As a family, I wanted to get us ready for the birth of my second little girl. Personally, I never have run before. I'm not a runner. I hated running at the start of the year. I couldn't run 5 kilometers, right? I couldn't really even run 1.5, 2 kilometers. And so I set the goal to do my first half marathon. And in the next couple of days, I'm going to be heading away to do my first half Ironman. And then I also set the goal, which was to finish writing and then to release my book and for it to be a global bestseller. And so I set the year up for success, and I looked at what do I need to do to become the person capable of living this life. And so in 2023, we've had a pretty phenomenal fucking year. And so far this year, we've done some incredible things. We've been on some staycations. We've been to the brand new Crown Resort in Sydney. We took a family cruise through Australia and New Zealand. We stayed in some beautiful places. We moved into our dream home. It's 6 bedrooms. It's got a playground for the girls, a pool, an outdoor entertaining area. It's a 2,000 square meter estate on the river with an incredible office work from home space where I'm recording this video for you now. We got to see people like Ed Sheeran live, Kevin Hart, Michael McIntyre. We flew to Dubai for the first time as a family. We got to fly business class with Emirates, and we got to stay in the #1 desert resort in the world in Anantara. We then spent an incredible week at Atlantis in the Palms, Dubai, and then we flew back first class. My first class experience, which is incredible. And my little girl, Alila, who at the time was like 18 months old, was eating caviar in first class in Emirates, which is just nuts. Then I ran my first half marathon in 2 hours and 18 minutes. We had a couple of family trips. We stayed over in Taronga Zoo in Sydney for the first time for Alila. We had a Fijian holiday as a family before we had a baby. I released my global bestseller, as I said, Wild Success, which I'm super proud of. We had our 10-year anniversary as a company at the Ritz-Carlton, which was incredible. I stayed at the Intercontinental on a bit of a business trip in Sydney. I got to go to the FIFA Women's World Cup, which was amazing. I facilitated a wealth event in the Hunter Valley. I had my highest ever sales day in one single day. I made $622,000 in a single day, which it just shattered my previous record, which was about $500,000. We had a baby moon. We obviously had a birth of a healthy baby girl, Havana Sky. Alila's second birthday, we surprised her with a unicorn, a pony, which was amazing. We've just finished building our investment property. We made multiple 7 figures. We got to take a month off with the newborn, which was amazing. And every week I got to do daddy-daughter time. I got to take my little girl to swim lessons as well as to ballet lessons, which was really amazing. And between now and the end of the year, I'm going to complete my first Ironman 70.3. We're going to do some Crown time with the family, and we get to have a bit of Christmas time. And I'm also about to launch my audiobook, and that'll be a bestseller as well. And we get to clear that tax debt that I was talking about, which is going to be amazing. And to date, I've lost 16, nearly 17 kilos, which I'm super proud of. So I don't share this with you to impress you. Maybe it does impress you, and it impresses me certainly when I think about the year that I've had. So I look and I go, wow, fuck, this is an amazing year. But when I compare it to 2022 was horrific. 2023 was exceptional. And so when I was reflecting on what was the difference that made the difference, I really came up with 3 key things, and I want you to write these down. So the first one is that I mapped out the year in advance. And I think this is really critical. You can't see it, but to the left of my office here is an incredible whiteboard where I've got the entire year mapped out, and I mapped out my big rocks ahead of time. And so I was working to a game plan from the very beginning of the year. I knew what I wanted to accomplish. I knew it was going to make the year a tremendous success. Number 2, I worked with coaches in each of those areas to give me the support, the accountability, and the strategy to achieve my big rocks. I had an entire team of people to help me with the book. I had a team of people to help me with my fitness goals. I had a team of people to help me with my business. Like, I didn't do this on my own. We have a team of people supporting me because I'm a believer in what we're trying to accomplish, and I'm absolutely committed to it. And then number 3 is I took consistent action every single day, but I also managed my energy and my focus and my time for the whole year, not for the day or the week. And I think that's an important distinction, because for a lot of you that have got goals, you try to do it all at the same time. I knew that at the beginning of the year, the only thing that really mattered was making sure I was prepared for my half marathon. In the second half of the year, it was really about the book and it was about Havana, right? But it was about setting those big rocks up. And so by planning the whole year, you've got a game plan for success in a really big way. So I make no assertion, and I didn't on the masterclass, that my version of success is yours. I'm not here to tell you what success is or even to tell you how to do it, but rather to demonstrate what are some of the strategies and principles that I know are going to help you achieve success. Because I've been very fortunate now to work with so many high achievers, whether that be from business or politics, life, personal development, spirituality, you name it, we've got it. And so I can certainly give you that guidance and advice to help you in your journey. And I think as part of that is just connecting you with a tribe of people that are also swinging for the fences in life and going after it. And so when we think about it, what is the things that hold most people back? We talked about this on the masterclass. There are internal and external forces, right? Internal forces are self-belief and self-confidence, motivation and drive. But external forces are resources, connections, networks, strategies, for example. And we want to try and give you both. And so we've created a methodology which we call the WILD method. Now, it's pretty straightforward and simple. There's three parts. Part one is that if you're going to create anything incredible, you've got to have a compelling vision. And just like the movie Alice in Wonderland, when Alice is running through the maze, she gets lost. She doesn't know which way to go. So she asks the cat, do I go left or do I go right? And the cat says something profound. He says, Alice, where do you want to be? Like, what is your compelling vision? And she says, well, it doesn't really matter. And so then the cat says, well, it doesn't matter if you go left or right. So the truth is you can't go in the wrong direction if you don't have an end destination. You can't hit a target you can't see. We have to begin, as Stephen Covey would say, with the end in mind. And so by understanding what the big rocks are, we can then reverse engineer that. And we work with clients to create a 3-year game plan, a 1,000-day plan. And then what do we want to achieve over the next 12 months? What are our 3 Masogis? We work towards creating more health, wealth, and happiness in your life. From there, we need to have internal alignment. And that's really about 5 things. Your emotions, behaviors, beliefs, focus, and values. And if we can orient those so it allows you to achieve success, then you're going to self-motivate. And then finally, it's about having a proven strategy. It's not about making it up with what you got. It's not about guessing. It's not about trying to figure it out as you go along, but it's about working with a chef, with a recipe, with a methodology, and then replicating that plan, testing it, getting feedback, and then going again. You know, it's pretty easy to grow a business if you're working with someone that already has a successful business. It's very easy to have a successful marriage and a relationship that's thriving if you pick the right people and you've got the people around you that also have thriving, successful relationships. It's pretty easy to lose weight if you're working with an elite personal trainer. It's pretty easy to create wealth if you're working with a multimillionaire or a billionaire. Like there are principles to these things. Success leaves clues. And so I make no assumptions that I'm the right coach for you. But certainly, if you're serious about creating success in 2024, we'd of course love to partner with you. And so I don't want to take up any more time than what we've shared tonight. But if I've shared some things that have really resonated with you and you'd like to work with our team, I'd love to invite you to have a complimentary call with us so we can talk about what we have as a program, which is called Winning at Life Coaching. And so one of the things that I want you to think about before we perhaps check in is, are you winning at life? And as you think about your life, if you think about health, wealth, career, and love, just imagine where you're at in that spectrum. If 0 represents no results and 10 out of 10 represents an incredible success, where are you at? And perhaps more importantly, why? And even more importantly, again, where do you want to be at? And then what are you prepared to do to be able to make that happen? And so here's some power questions to think about, whether you work with me or not. Number 1, what are your 2024 Masogis? Number 2, who do you have to become in order to make those goals and dreams a reality? Number 3, what self-sabotaging patterns of behavior do I have that I need to release? And also, what are some new disciplines do I need to cultivate? Number 5, who can I work with to support me in helping achieve wild success in every area of my life? And if you look around your immediate circle and you don't have people in your life that are financially free, you don't have people that have thriving careers or businesses, you don't have people that have got great relationships, you don't have people that are in incredible shape, you don't have people that are driven, motivated, passionate, growth oriented, then it's time to upgrade your circle. And we'd obviously love to introduce you to what we consider to be an incredible community of people that are doing exactly those things. And so in 2024, I'm launching a new program called Winning at Life. And it is pretty much what the name suggests. It's about helping you win at life. Now, it's focused very simply on health, wealth, and happiness. So we're going to be showing you how to win in your career or your business, helping you to win with finances and wealth creation, helping you to win with health and fitness, and then helping you to win with relationships. And so we've got 4 sessions over 4 weeks, and that goes for 6 months. And so it's a 6-month journey with me. There's a live weekly call hosted by me personally where I'm teaching and sharing with you the very best principles around mindset, personal development, strategies for success. It's a 24-week program. We're going to go through health, relationships, work, and money. And then on top of that, you get your own personal success coach that you can work with to be able to help you achieve wild success in every area of your life. So it's going to be a phenomenal course. Now, in January, when we launch the program, the investment is going to be $80 a week, which is a really small investment when you consider the value that you're getting. And certainly, I'm sure you would agree, is very reasonably priced. Now, we're not looking to have 1,000 people in this program. It's going to be, it's not going to be super small, but it'll be pretty intimate, all things considered. But we want to do something special for you because it's November. And if you're watching this, it'll be early December. And we'd love to have you as part of a journey with us. So if you're someone that's an action taker, if you're someone that's committed to achieving success and you really want to make 2024 your best year ever, and you think that me and my team might be able to help you, well, then we want to do something special for you. So we've got a couple of things that we want to suggest to you that if you want to take advantage of will be pretty amazing. Number one is that I'm going to give you free coaching between now and the rest of the year. So not only will you get access to working with my team between now and the end of the year, but that's going to be completely free. So you don't have to pay any money for that. Number two is that you don't have to pay anything until January 2024. And so you get the rest of the year for free in terms of coaching, but you also don't have to pay for any coaching until the start of the new year. And then also, I'm also going to give you a discount. So instead of spending $80 a week, you only have to spend $50 a week in the new year. But that's only available on the back of this masterclass. So basically, you get three bonuses. One, instead of $80 a week, it's $50. Two, you don't have to pay anything until January. And three, you're also in a position where we'll work and support and coach you between now and the end of the year absolutely free. So we can get massive momentum and help you really win at life in every area. So if you would like to book a call to speak to our team about that, just scan this link right now. And if you're someone that's already committed, you know exactly that you want to do this, then you can go ahead and just enroll right now and you pay $50 today. And that comes off your first payment in January 2024. So you effectively pay for that week in advance, but you don't pay anything more than that. And so those are the two links there. Again, you can book a call with the team or you can go ahead and enroll. And by all means, feel free to do both if you want to still speak to me about your goals and dreams. I'm doing all the calls between now and the end of the year. So there's an opportunity for us to have a short call and just check in. Of course, it's absolutely free of charge. There's no obligation. I'd love just to see if it's the right fit for you. And of course, if I can help you, I'd love to do that. And I can't wait to help you achieve wild success. So hopefully you got some value. I know I went for a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but hopefully you appreciate that. I'd love to be able to support and partner with you in your journey. And if nothing else, if you'd love to get a free copy of my new book, Wild Success, please let us know. Shoot me through an email, calvin@wildsuccess.global. I'll get your copy sent out of the book. But until I see you live or online, be bold, have fun, go make an impact in the world. I'll see you on the wild side. Good evening and good night.